I just wish I knew about this when my acne was really bad. Hey guys, what is up? I hope everyone is doing well. I've noticed recently my subscribers have been going up a bit quicker than normal, so if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Absolutely means the world to me, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. But if you are someone who's been watching me for a while, again, sending you all my love. Anyway, today's video is going to be about the ordinary Mandelic Acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. I am so excited to do this video today. Now, maybe a week or two ago, I posted an Instagram story and I said, I think I found a product that's under £10, which is probably the best thing I've ever found for my breakouts. And this is the product. And today I'm going to talk about my experience with it, what it even is, what it does, and all that kind of jazz. Let's just start off with what Mandelic Acid is. So Mandelic Acid, it comes from almonds, it comes from bitter almonds, and it's an alpha hydroxy acid, so an AHA. So that means that it has that kind of chemical exfoliation properties. It can, you know, very gently exfoliate the skin and shed off dead skin cells. Now, one of the benefits of Mandelic Acid is Mandelic Acid actually has quite a large molecule size when you're comparing it to other AHAs. So, for example, Glycolic Acid versus Mandelic Acid, I believe Mandelic Acid is like, the molecule size is like two or three times the size, so it's much bigger. And what that means is that when you're using it, it can't penetrate the skin as easily or as quickly, basically, which, you know, to some people they find great benefits. But if you have, for example, sensitive skin, that's why you might find Glycolic Acid is too strong for you. It irritates the skin, and also, you know, when people get like the purging kind of side effects of AHAs, that could be another reason. You know, if you're using a lot of Glycolic, that molecule size is very small, so it's speeding things up at an even faster rate. Mandelic Acid's got a larger molecule size, so what that does mean is it is more suitable for people who have got more sensitive skin, and, you know, they find that acids can be a little bit problematic. So that was one of the reasons why it actually really drew me to this, because if you watch my channel and you've watched my, like, for example, purge with me videos where I tried salicylic acid, I've done glycolic acid purge with me videos, oh, it is really hit and miss. Like salicylic acid, just go watch my purge with me video. You can see my skin. I mean, it did help a little bit, but my god, did it bring out stuff in my skin. My skin was like covered. Just go watch that video if you want to go see my face covered in breakouts. Moving on, other things that I read up about Mandelic Acid is it's really good on acne prone skin because it actually has antibacterial properties. So that really drew my attention. I was just so interested, and then I just went down the rabbit hole of looking up reviews. So anyway, I bought this. I have been using it. To be honest with you, this is very against things that I actually say on my channel, but I have actually been using this every day. I know, but the reason why is because that is what the directions said, and I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna do what the bottle says and see what results that gives me. So I've been using 3 drops in the evening before my moisturizer, before I go to sleep. One negative I must say though about the ordinary one is that their direction of use is actually appalling. So when I first got this, when you look on the back, it doesn't really tell you. It tells you like use it once per day, ideally in the evening, but it doesn't tell you how much, how to use it. Do you mix it with something? Do you use it on your own? The directions are awful. So what I've been doing is I've actually been using it on its own, 3 drops, and then I just press over the skin and then apply my moisturizer. But you can, you know, add it into your moisturizer if you want, you know, add it into things, serums, whatever you're using, that's fine as well. So the first week, oh my god, your skin, it just goes so smooth. Like, my skin just started going really smooth, and then I was going through waves. So do expect, because it is an AHA, obviously it is going to do that exfoliating action, so it will help to loosen up blackheads, you know, loosen up clogged pores and things like that. So do expect, you know, if you do have some, they might come to the surface a little bit, but give them like 2-3 days and let them go away on their own. Do not get that magnifying mirror out and start prodding around. But it's not like crazy inflamed. Like when, like for example, the last week, I actually had a little bit of a wave where I was starting to get some clogged pores on my cheeks actually, and yeah, just let it, you know, come out naturally, and within 2-3 days they've kind of gone. The other thing I've noticed with this, oh my god, it's done wonders with the marks and pigmentation. So actually my last video was a video on how I get rid of marks and pigmentation, and now I would actually put this into that list as well. I really have noticed that it's really helped to fade my pigmentation on my skin, and just, yeah, kind of give me that all over even skin tone. The other thing as well about it is obviously because it is an AHA, it is helping with the texture. So going back to me saying how your skin feels really smooth, I also noticed like in the light my skin is looking smoother as well, so I'm really enjoying that. What other things to say about it? I just think you have to be careful with just how much you're using. I think you have to figure out with your skin what works for you. You know, I can just go with what, like, tell you what I've done. So I just find 3 drops is good for me. Like, for example, I actually did one night, I did 4 drops, and that the next day I actually had more little bumps that came to the surface. And personally, I mean, you know, if you want to go all guns blazing, you do you. But for me, I much prefer taking a slower approach and let things, you know, it might take a little bit longer to get that all over clear skin, but at least it's slower and I don't have to deal with these, you know, really bad outbreaks like in my salicylic acid, you know, purging series. Let me just quickly touch on the whole fact of using it every day, because I know that is just so contradictory to a lot of my other videos where I talk about acids. But I think what this comes down to with me using this every day is that molecule size. You know, the smaller the molecule size, the easier it's going to be able to penetrate into the skin, and the action's going to be, I guess, more potent. Do you know what I mean by that? So if you're going to use it every single day, it's like, whoa, that is just too much for the skin to even cope with and handle. Whereas with this one, because the molecule size is much, much bigger, the action of what it's doing on the skin is much, much slower and just not as invasive in the skin. So I think that's why this one has actually been okay every single day. But I only use it in the evening. I do not use this in the morning. So don't like double it up and get like really Mandelic like crazy. By the way, I can just hear in the background there's someone mowing their lawn. It's that time of year, so I'm really sorry if you can hear that. I really hope they shut up. The other thing I just want to give you is a warning. So with this product, you do need to use an SPF because it is an AHA, so it's going to make your skin more sensitive to sunlight. Now, my all-time kind of go-to, the one that I've used for years, is the COOLA. It's the SPF 50. It's a sport version, and it's with white tea. Now, SPFs don't even get me started. I need to do a video on SPFs because they are probably the hardest product, I think, especially if you are acne prone or if you've got sensitive skin. Those two, they're literally the hardest. Majority of SPFs I've ever tried all break me out. The thing is that SPF, the ingredient, it is a pore clogging ingredient. It's just a fact. It doesn't matter how many different types of SPFs that there are out there, that ingredient, it can be problematic. So biggest tips for you, if you're really struggling with this, always double cleanse. It doesn't matter if you're not wearing makeup. I double cleanse every single day, whether I'm wearing makeup or not wearing makeup. Yeah, and especially with an SPF, you need that double cleanse because you need it to help remove the SPF from your skin. That's just a little word on if you're, you know, if you're worried about breaking out. But in terms of all the SPFs, the ones that I found that is the least problematic with my skin, which I've used for years, is the COOLA, like I said, the SPF 50 white tea one, classic sunscreen. It's just the face SPF. It's very, very thin consistency, very lightweight, doesn't make you go all like greasy and shiny. Works fine under makeup. This one in particular is waterproof. So for example, I go on holidays, let's say to Dubai, where the weather could be like 40 degrees. I do not burn. So yeah, really, really like this SPF, and that's kind of my go-to. But recently I have been trying a new one. So 2 of you guys actually recommended this to me, and this is by Purito, and it's the Centella Green Level Safe Sun SPF 50. Now they do have a unscented version, but this is the scented one because the unscented one is just sold out everywhere at the minute. I've only used this twice so far, so I'm not going to sit here and recommend it just yet. But I'm just letting you know this is one that I'm trying at the minute. I will do a video updating my thoughts and reviews on it. So far so good. I've used it 2 days and skin has been okay, so we will see. So yeah, they're the SPFs I use, and that's just one thing you do need to know with these acids. You do need to use sun protection, especially if you're going to be in like direct sunlight. Anyway, going back to the ordinary product, I mean, the only other thing just to say about it, it has got hyaluronic acid in there as well to help with your hydration levels. But really this video I'm just focusing around the ingredient of Mandelic acid. I just wish I knew about this when my acne was really bad. You know, I kind of talk about my acne and kind of past it, like used to have it, but I still have acne prone skin. I definitely still get breakouts, especially hormonal breakouts, and I have to be so careful with like diet and what I put on my skin. So I do still get breakouts, and yeah, I really do notice this has been helping significantly. Now, I showed a couple of clips of me obviously using this in this video, but I have actually filmed my evening skincare routine, so that will be my next video. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because that will be next up. But yeah, if you have any questions on this product, or if you've tried it yourself, you know, put your experiences in the comments, because it really does help other people as well, you know, who are maybe watching the video thinking of getting it and reading other people's thoughts. I always look up reviews before I buy a product. I always like to see how other people are experiencing things. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any other videos you want to see, please do let me know. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and to my side right now, I'll pop another video if you want to go check out some more of me. But yeah, love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.